All right, so we're live.
Yay!
Hello, I'm Bira, and this is my wife Nikki. Say hello.
Hello.
Hello. Oh, well, sorry. Echo there. All right, so we decided that every single Sunday morning, over a cup of coffee, we're going to react to a few rigs. Now, this week we have some pretty interesting ones. Nikki hasn't seen them, and I never let her see any of the rigs before we actually review them. So, okay, so right, let me share my screen over here. All right. So, are you ready for this?
Yes.
Just as a reminder, we have 6 rigs. Every single Sunday we'll do 6 rigs, and all of these rigs afterwards go on our second Instagram channel called Insta Sim Racing. Every single day we're gonna post one of these rigs, so you can find them there, and we're gonna have everyone's attributions there as well. Now, also, I decided that for this week I'm not going to tell Nikki before she reacts which of the rigs are sent by followers and which are just taken from the internet, just so that she has a genuine reaction and she doesn't try to be too kind to people. All right, so first rig number 1. All right, I have a few pictures of this, so I'm gonna show you.
Is that the actual dash from the car?
It looks like it.
That's crazy. Oh, that really looks like from the car. And you even have a ventilation. That's how it's supposed to look like, not what you have. This is a proper realistic thing.
Yeah, it looks quite realistic, right? It looks nice.
Yeah, I
Don't you
think I think someone actually took the car apart and put the dash there. That's interesting. Yeah, I think it looks pretty cool. I like this is definitely from one of your followers because I can see the tubes are there and also safety net is there. So yeah, definitely.
So this is sent by Lucian, and there are a few pictures, and actually, I think he got inspired by my rig to do some changes, but also I got inspired by and actually he told me to do that. Got inspired by his let me see, there's another one, by the tubes on top. So you see he has it in the it's kind of like in the living room, and it's in the corner somewhere in the living room, and yeah, the tubes in front, that was kind of like taken from him. This is not the right picture.
Yeah, I think it's pretty
Here,
cool. But
this-
I would like to know if the dash is functional.
No, I think he found it. He found it on eBay or somewhere, and he went and picked it up from the guy that was selling it. He did tell me it was a, I don't know if it was still functional, but it had a lot of guts, the dash, right? Because you have a lot of wires, you have a lot of tubes and other things in there.
So it's a real one from the real car.
Yeah, from real car, and he stripped it all and just left the plastic in front.
Oh, but in that case, you can definitely put some like your own wires there and Arduino in. And
Yeah. So,
you want.
there. Maybe I'll show you some other time. There are a lot of rigs like that which use a functional dash, and they put buttons and switches and all of that stuff. And you see he has behind. You see there's the dash, and he has like a screen behind,
Yeah, I like that.
which is pretty cool.
That's in where the actual screen in the car would be, no?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So it's a really nice, really awesome implementation. I would say I would probably do this for, but because the GT3 cars, especially the Porsche, right, does not have a how should I put it, road car interior like this. So a lot of the GT3 car, at least the Porsche, is stripped out, and it has like that custom bottom box and all of that stuff. So if I would have done something like this, for me, it would have looked a bit too much as a road car. Although there are GT3 cars that have that, and also GT4 cars. So it does look good. It does make it feel a lot more realistic.
Yeah, I think for majority of people this will look more realistic than the thing you have, because they don't know how the racing cars inside necessarily look like, right?
Yeah, true. Yeah, that's it's quite nice. His screens, I think they're 27 inch, so they're a tiny bit smaller, but he does have the bezel kit in there, and also he managed to put in both of the, because that's the Porsche
both,
there.
yeah.
This is the Porsche that he's driving here, and he managed to replicate both of the pillars
that's
there.
much better done than. Well, yeah, I think it's better because he.
Yeah, but he has the screens further away, so that's why.
Yeah, he also doesn't have them so curved, so he can actually get into the rig.
Yep.
I think I should take a video of you getting in the rig and put there the music.
How about we don't? How about we don't? Okay, you ready for the next one?
Yes.
Okay, let me close these. Okay, that's another shot.
It's the same one.
Yeah.
Living room.
All right, so
That's office, not living room.
I think it's his living room. All right, are you ready for the next one?
Yes, Peanut is ready as well.
Okay.
This is gonna be something, huh?
Bam. Initial thoughts.
Is it wooden?
Yes. that's what's up with it. I'll show you from the back. That's the back of it.
What?
That's a pretty good reaction. So this is actually this is made by a company called Rock Solid Rigs, and I think they make wooden rigs.
Why?
Because wood is easy. I don't know, but just a thought. Maybe wood is easier to put together, to cut to, than, I don't know, let's say metal, or like I don't know. It looks cool.
You know what it reminds me? From the Spider-Man movie where there was that guy with that hand, the doctor who was operating that little
Right.
fusion little sun, and they had like around that construction that looks similar.
Right. It does seem, because it's wood, probably.
Yeah, I would probably paint it black, but
It does seem to be a lot bigger, a lot chunkier, to put it like that. Like the arms of the screens, and the screens don't even look. I don't think the screens are. I think the screens are. No, they're probably 32 inch, but still, like, those screen arms are immense. And then the floor.
Does it have a motion?
No.
So it's wooden.
I don't even think you would want to put motion on something like this, given that it's wood, because wood twists and breaks quite easily, right? So like if you put motion, what's up? Look at Peanut's face.
It's not cheap. I think it's even more expensive than the wood you get.
Look at Peanut's face.
Peanut is also like, wow.
She's shocked. What is that? Yeah, I don't know what to think about it. I wouldn't say it's not terrible looking or anything like that. It is very chunky, but I mean, if it does the job, but it does feel like a overkill. Like, just get some 80-20 profiles and do them like that. You know, maybe these guys trying to do something different than everyone else, which I understand. But still, even that this board here, this is a direct drive wheel. Then they put a direct drive wheel on it. This is the direct drive wheel on this puny plank of wood. It must be vibrating like crazy with the direct drive wheel being so like the torque being so strong and vibration and such. It must be vibrating like crazy.
Yeah, not sure I get this one.
Yeah, me neither. Hey Kishan, thanks for joining. And hey Lucian, we just shown your rig earlier, so you missed out. You can watch it in afterwards. All right, so yeah, that's kind of it. I don't know what other much to say about this. It is what it is. Even the speakers are wooden. That I get, right?
Yes.
That I
Speakers,
get.
yes. Rate, no.
Yeah. Okay. So it's a thumbs down from the wifey here. All right. So let's move on to the next one. Are you ready? Drum roll. This.
Hold on. Oh, okay. I wasn't sure which side it goes. Is it a rig or you just put the five like things together in Photoshop? I can't orient myself there. Hold on.
No, it's an actual rig.
I thought you just took like a chair and put it there and a wheel and put it there because it doesn't look like a picture.
No, it's an actual rig, and actually I can show you one or two more pictures of it.
Maybe a different angle because I don't see.
Yeah, okay, so that is aluminium profile, right?
Yeah, I can see that.
And it's on wheels as well, if you notice.
Yeah.
So you can move it around, and it seems so. This came from a follower as well, and it seems. Hold on, I'll just.
I think it says the angle and the lighting.
Yeah, I only put this together, but let me see if I can add another picture there on the screen so that you see it, because I've seen the Instagram profile.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. Skylife project.
Oh.
Okay, so I think this makes it a bit more justice. Hold on, I'll put it on this other screen. All right, so that's the rig. It's in this kind of like industrial place with not much. There are a bunch of tires there. There's lights.
You know what I like about this one is that it's minimalistic. I actually like it.
Yeah, well, that's why I also put it, because I knew you're going to like. So it's somewhere in a depot or something like that, and yeah, with the lights in there.
That's that picture which confuses me. Yeah, and it's pretty cool chair, isn't it? Just like this.
Yeah, so that's a GT chair. I didn't want to get a chair with those things because it's usually like you wouldn't be able to see my face that much for streaming. You have to have the camera a bit more in front of you.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay, so you like this one?
I like this one. This is a living room material.
Living room material? What do you mean?
That it's nice and minimalistic.
Yeah. When
you don't like it.
Well, yeah, it's minimalistic. I would say if I wanted to go for like a very simple, and I kind of had this, right?
Yeah,
with the
I
previous
like that
screen
one most. I like that
and
one
such.
most.
I had this, so yeah, I knew that you're gonna like this one for that particular reason. Okay.
I think that room was so beautiful when you had the rig like this.
Okay, tell you what. When we move to a bigger house, I'm gonna have two.
No,
rigs.
Let's move on.
I'm gonna have one in the garage, and I'm gonna make like a crazy thing, and then I'm gonna have another room, or in the living room, a very minimalist one. Since you like minimalist that much.
No, you just want me to say yes, so you have it on camera here. I know how it works. No.
What's up, Ida? She's looking
Even
at.
Peanut is like, what are you doing?
She's looking at me like, okay.
Better get me more treats than another week.
Okay, so that's that one. Ready for the next one?
This one I liked. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so this one is an actual video, and this is very obvious. It's not from a follower. This is a rig made by Vesara. So they're a very popular company making high-end luxury rigs.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna tell you in a second roughly how much this rig costs. But
I can tell you, it's like 20 to 200k.
Okay, so look at it.
Okay, more than 200k. It's a car.
That's crazy, isn't it? So it's painted.
What?
The paint job is the Mercedes, I think is this year's livery.
What? It's actual car. It is car.
Yeah, it's a Formula One car, the size of the Formula One car.
It's the whole car.
It's not the identical shape of the, let's call it, recent Formula One cars, but it has actuators to move the car. It also moves the wheels a bit, and it actually has wheels. And they're making quite a few of these, and there are a few people that buy these. They are, I think, what I've heard, around $100,000 in price. But and this one was a limited edition, special edition, whatever you want to call it.
Mm-hmm.
Basically replicating the colors, the livery of.
You might need to stop the sound.
Yeah, let me just. Yeah, so it was replicating the livery of Hamilton's car.
Uh-huh.
Lucian says, you're like, what the hell is that? So that this is really cool.
How big is it?
It would be the size of almost the size of a Formula One car.
So is it like this room? Yeah.
Yeah, probably. I think
you
those.
wouldn't have a place for screens. So if you get this rig, that's basically your sofa.
I like the rig.
I like the rig. I want a new sofa.
It adds to the whole experience. It kind of like literally puts you in a Formula One car. Literally.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, I think this is like if you don't know what to do with money, you can do this.
Yeah, that's.
Or you can buy it and have it as to open that gaming rooms. And you can sell people experiences. I think
true.
that would be great thing to have for that, because everyone would be like, oh, I'm an actual car, oh, so cool. If you do if you make a room darker, so
yeah.
maybe for the screens, screens are a bit like meh.
The one thing that I don't really, that's the one thing that I wanted to say about the screens is.
But that's not a part of the rig. You buy the rig and then the screens you buy separate.
Well, with these guys, with Vesaro, they probably provide you with everything, the whole solution and such. But I mean, for 100K, I don't know. I feel like you'd want something better, something bigger. Maybe those wraparound projector like.
But that I think would be a lot of more expensive, because 100K for a huge screen is not.
That's not like those are not that expensive.
They sell you the car. You pay for the car that money, and then you don't have enough money for proper screens.
I mean, this person probably has you should have enough money. If you have money to spend 100 grand on this, you have money.
No, I mean
Okay.
that company, like if they do the budget, maybe I don't know, but they could put a little bit more effort into screens.
Yeah, the screens is a bit, and the whole thing, because like, look, there's the stairs up there, and I told you that before I covered my rig. One of the reasons why I covered the rig was because I had a window behind the screens, and whenever I moved and went left or right, it just felt I was getting dizzy because it felt like
Yeah.
the room was moving with me. Can you imagine how this guy is feeling like
But
sitting
you
in
would
it?
need to just like turn off the lights, or maybe it's just for video.
Yeah, maybe. All right, so that's
Next one.
that's one.
Interesting.
Told you I have interesting ones this week as well. Okay, next one. Ready? Ta-da!
How many screens does that guy have? 1, 2, 3, 4.
Where are you counting all of those screens? Okay, hold on. I'm gonna show you more options. Okay, so let me just tell you what this is. So
I like the safety net. It's not the. Look at that safety net solution. That's the proper safety net solution, not what we created.
yeah, but how does it come off so you
That's
get
the-
in?
Oh.
It seems bolted in place.
Oh, I think he unplugs it.
Okay, so I have a few other pictures of this, so let me show you. There's 3 pictures of this. So that's another
It
angle.
wasn't screens, it were
It's posters on the screen, yeah.
But still he has a big screen on the top. Is it useful to have that big screen on the top?
Yeah, it is, because you can see telemetry, you can see like information about the race, like you see the track, positions, all of that stuff, and a lot of people use the like that screen to see that information. For me, as an like immersion thing, that's not necessary. But if you're serious about racing and you want all of this information available while you're racing,
Maybe it would be cool to have like a Google Glasses, and you would see it, like you don't need to like look up and you would see the track.
this is what he sees from the driving position. It's quite nice. He does seem to have
I like that blue accent.
he does seem to have quite a few of these screens.
Yeah, it seems that he really likes screens.
But you see, it's the same screen that you have in the game. This is from Peter Winkler. He actually created a race department post, forum post, very detailed, called the Rig Report, where he details his entire journey and everything that he has in the rig. And actually, he commented on one of my videos, and told me about his post. And I went there and looked around, and I really liked his rig. And actually, I also he explains how he done the wrap, like the chair wrap, because you see he has on the back of the chair he has the chair wrapped. You see, and it's from a company called Lion GP. And I've reached out to them, so it was useful for me as well, right, to know who does these things, wraps and such. So he explains it really well, and if you want to get into serious, like if you want to set yourself up with a serious rig like this, I really recommend just searching on Race Department Rig Report by Peter Winkler, and you're gonna get some really useful tips. He even has something that I've not set, but I find it really interesting. Like belt tensioner. So it's like a mechanism that tightens the belt and loosens the belt when the rig moves.
Oh yeah. Well, you've done it by just putting the things behind the rig now. So when it moves, it stays, and it.
Yeah.
The force.
Well, and that's for me. That's that's the solution. But he has actuators. So his whole rig is moving. So it's not just the chair, right? So it would be a bit more difficult to do what I've done. So I think he also has a bit of a more advanced system for for
I
that
like
there.
the safety nets. They look homemade, but better than the ones we've done. But ours are done for like £5, so it doesn't count, right?
Agree to disagree. I think they're cool. They look cool, but from a authenticity perspective and such, they feel a bit too large, right? If you look at any GT car, the size that we have, that's kind of like the size of the triangle on the actual safety nets. This seems a bit.
Well, you don't know how big that is.
Yeah, I don't know. It looks quite big, quite wide. It's cool with the different colors and such.
Yeah, I think that's nice. The colors.
And fundamentally, this is not meant to, let's say have it's a really cool heavy duty rig, not necessarily to try to fool people that you're in an actual car.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So yeah, really cool. Really cool rig.
A lot of stuff.
Peter, and he has a lot of stuff in the room as well. I like the shoes as well, but
everything's blue. I like the blue color.
But he has look at that. He has a whole BMW grill here. This is the front grill from an actual BMW car, I think, from the looks of it. Grill as in the front part in between. Yeah, we can make a grill soon. So that's a pretty cool rig. Okay, so let me close this up and then I'm gonna put the final one. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, ready for the final one?
Final?
Yeah.
Is it you?
Last weekend you said the same thing. Is it you? No, it's not me.
Oh, these screens are huge. That's like an actual TV.
Yeah, well, that's why I put this one up. So this is a company that makes rigs. This is one version. They have something crazier. This is a more normal, modest rig, but they have a crazier rig that I'm going to present in the next.
Look how that TV stands. It is just like a stick, and it has no like staple thingy like.
Well, I mean, you can't you don't know what's behind. So behind it might have a more complex.
I know, but look how it stands. It's just like a stick in the ground.
Yeah.
But maybe because it's.
Yeah, because it's connected. Yeah. So behind it probably has a pillar that goes around. So yeah. I like
these screens more than ones you have.
So you like these big screens? I think Boosted Media Will has same. I think there are 60-inch screens. I've thought about bigger screens. Definitely not now, but when we're gonna move to somewhere bigger and I can occupy the garage, I might do something like this. Because I don't know. The other thing that
I like it that you can actually see also the room around. You can play with the lights, and you don't get allergy every single time you get into the room.
Yeah.
There's no dust,
The one thing that I like about TVs is that they, in terms of HDR technology, OLED, having the kind of the not having light bleed, not having having these screens that are super performant in terms of light and shadows and blacks. It can give you a lot more of a especially if you're filming these, it looks a lot better. I don't know how to explain it, but you don't see for me in my rig you can still see at night because they are VA panels. You can see a bit of a light bleed at night from the edges on the bottom and such. While with these, nano OLED TVs, however they're called nowadays, you'd get a lot more of a realistic picture from that sense. That's one. And second, to be honest, like I got 240 hertz refresh rate monitors, super performant. I don't get more than 100 FPS in the game because of the graphic card technology. So, there are TVs that can do 100 hertz refresh rate now, like big like this. Like you would race comfortably on these kind of screens without thinking, oh well, they don't have refresh rate that high and such. So I really like this. I like the big screens, and I'm just preparing you for when when we move. I might get huge screens.
I think this is better than the ones that you have, honestly.
It's subjective as well, because I like my current screens because I position them perfectly so that it just immerse me as much as possible, and I built everything around it. With this, I would have to have a bit of a different strategy. I would probably still build things around, but it would be a bit of a different approach. And also the one thing that I'm a bit concerned is with Will's videos, and a lot of people have said that it doesn't look from a sizing perspective, it doesn't look realistic on how he's, because of the camera and such. It might look super immersive from his for where he sits in the driving position, but I don't know that for sure.
Oh, but the perspective then doesn't match if you put the camera somewhere else than in the middle. Exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh yeah, okay, then scratch the big screens. Smaller aren't bad.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see.
Is it a mini fridge?
That
It's a PC, right?
I don't think that's a mini fridge. I think that's a PC. But
Okay.
but that would be. Is that a PC?
I don't know.
Might be.
I thought it's a mini fridge, but then I was like, there is no PC there, so maybe it's a PC. When there is a keyboard and a mouse on it.
Yeah.
But that's a really strange looking military PC.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. That's like some heavy duty PC right there. Okay, so that's the last. That's the last of them.
Why there's no yours?
I'm gonna put
Edinburgh.
Okay, I promise you, I'm gonna put mine. I'm gonna put one version because I had 3 versions so far, or 4 versions, right? I'm gonna put one of my versions next week. Okay.
I wanna see it. I remember that neighbors were like, "Oh, you're such a good girlfriend, such a good wife that you allow your partner to have this thing in the living room." I was like, "It's foldable," and they said, "Oh, even though it's foldable." So I wanna see it again.
Yeah, our old neighbors should see my rig now.
Oh yes, they will be like, "Oh my God, what happened?"
Hey Norman, we're just about to finish. Thanks for joining. You can watch this in replay afterwards. Thank you everyone for joining. Please subscribe to the YouTube channel for reviews every Sunday. We'll try to make sure that we do this every Sunday. And I keep on looking at the screen rather than looking at the camera. So, and also follow Insta Sim Racing Instagram account. We'll post all of the pictures of all of these rigs on that Instagram account as well. And everyone have a lovely rest of the weekend, Sunday. And both me, Nikki, and Peanut wish you all the best, and we'll see you next weekend. Let's see what other exciting rigs we can find on the internet. Right.
Enjoy your Sunday.
Bye bye.